Hey girl, wanna catch your wave? Welcome back to Finway Productions, and, well, today, sorry for the lack of videos, kinda busy today. Went to the NCAA tournament, and that was fun. So yeah, this is the last day of spring break, so I gotta go back to school tomorrow. It's unfortunate, but, yeah. So we're going back to one video a day, most likely, for, this point forward. But, yeah, without further ado, let's get into chapter 10. Ava found herself walking to the school with a slight grin across her face. It was the next morning, and she was almost at the entrance of the schoolhouse. As she walked, she smiled to herself, knowing that she and Scooter were going to help her sister find out more about Sweetie Belle's secret love, Scott. However, she needed to tell the Pegasus filly about it first. Although she did pinky promise her sister not to tell anybody about it, she devised a way to tell her friend without actually saying it. As she approached the main door of the school, she stopped and waited on the stairs. School would be arriving soon, and when she did, she let her know she needed to speak with her ASAP as soon as possible. She said, I don't think you needed to add the extra P in there. I think it could have just been ASAP still, as soon as possible. But whatever floats your boat, man. It wasn't long before the princess came running down the road, trying to make it to class before the bell rang. Hey, school, she greeted. Where's your scooter? I thought you used it to get to school. Hi, Apple, she said, slowing her gallop to catch her breath. My scooter has a broken wheel. I'm going to shop after school to get another one. Hopefully I'll be able to use it by tomorrow. Is that a plot point? Her broken wheel, is that going to be a plot point? Great. That was kind of loud. That was unintentionally loud. Great. Say, do you mind if I come with you? I'd like to talk to you about something anyways. Sure, no problem. With that, the two fillies walked into school. As they did, a grin slowly crept across Applebloom's face again. The school day seemed to go by at a snail's pace. Although the fillies and colts loved the school, mainly because their teacher, Miss Hurley, well, they're nerds then, because who likes school? Freaking no one, that's who. Many of them found that today seemed to drag on longer than most days. Eventually, the school bell rang, and all the students were grateful. Yes. As all the young fillies and colts left the school, Evelyn and Scooter were the last two to leave the building. So what did you want me to talk to me about? As the two of them slowly made their way into town, the anticipation had been stirring up inside of her from the moment Evelyn mentioned it to her. Now the school let out, she was anxious to hear what she had to say. Yes, I hate that when, you're waiting for, I guess something to be delivered, or you're waiting for somebody to tell you something after school. You're always, anticipating it, and school goes by really slow. What I want to talk to you about, Sweet Belle, said Evelyn, a smile coming across her face. Okay, she replied. What about her? First of all, have you been noticed she's been acting kind of different? If you mean different as in strange and preoccupied, then yes, I noticed. Why do you ask? Do you know why? I sure do, Evelyn exclaimed. Fortunately, I can't really tell you because I pinky promised that I wouldn't, but there's nothing saying I can't help you figure it out. No harm, no foul, right? Now that is what was I gonna say? What's that? The temple meme. Yes, that is smart. That be smart. Sure, says Scooter, raising an eyebrow at her. As the two of them made their way to the store for the scooter part, Evelyn tried everything she could to help her friend figure out what was up with Sweetie Belle. She tried using a charade-like manner, performing in different ways to show a possible relationship. She tried using sentence prompts, asking certain questions, and helping the young spectators come up with possible answers. She even used a warmer, colder routine to help Scooter inch her way closer to the answer. However, try as she might, the filly just wasn't getting anywhere near the answer. Even as they entered the store, bought the part, she needed and left. She just couldn't figure out what it was that Apple was trying to tell her. As the two of them were nearing Sue's house, the orange filly was beginning to become tired of the guessing games she'd been playing. The agitated look on her face was evidence of this. For crying out loud, she had finally said, cutting off the yellow earth pony in mid-sentence. This was becoming more ridiculous by the second. Would you just tell me already? I promise I won't say anything to anybody about it. I won't give her a startled look, mainly because she hasn't expected her to lash out like that. I mean, that would get kind of annoying. It depends on how long you were walking for, but I take it was a decent little bit. Whatever. She saw the annoyed look on her face and smiled nervously. She knew it would be best to tell her directly. Alright, so, but you have to pinky promise not to tell anybody about this. Fine, she said, rolling her eyes. She never did like saying the creed, as do I not like to. But as she would do it as long as it ended the ridiculous games. You know the routine. I don't feel like saying it again because it's kind of cringy. Owl looked around, making sure that no pony buddy was around to hear them. When she was confident they were alone, she whispered, "Sweetie Belle's a crush on somebody." She gasped in the exact same way Apple had when she was first told. Her eyes were wide and shock expression was strewn across her face. Little did she know. Several seconds had gone by before she was able to say something to the smiling earthboy. "Oh my gosh," she said, her tiny wings fluttering, but taking her nowhere. Rip. "Are you serious? Who is it? Who is it?" "Well, I don't know who for sure what he looks like," Apple explained. "All I know is that his name is Scott." Apple wants me to find out what I know about him and report back to her. "Scott?" asked the Pegasus filly. She tapped her hoof on her chin and furrowed her eyebrows. "Why does that sound so familiar?" "I mean, kinda 'cause it sounds like your name. I mean, Scott, Scoot. That's just a theory, though. I'm not really sure." The other filly's eyes lit up. "Do you know anybody named Scott? If you do, please tell me." "Can't say that I do," she answered, not liking her friend. "Still, why does that sound so familiar? Furthermore, that's a big word for their grade level. Why wouldn't she be able to tell us about him? We are her friends, after all. We should have been the first to notice, not to mention the first to be told." "I know what you mean," Alpha explained. "I was up all night thinking about it when it finally hit me. I think she hasn't told us about him because she doesn't know if she really loves him." "What?" Scooter raised an eyebrow in confusion. Taking the hint, Owl continued. "What I mean is Sweetie Belle likes the Scott pony, but she doesn't know if her feelings for him are deeper than that. As a result, she is kept it secret from everybody, at least until she's sure he's the one. If you ask me, I think we should help her." That didn't make a lick of sense. Except the fact that it did, but it didn't. It did, but it didn't. It made sense, but it didn't make sense. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm kind of stupid. Ignore me. "How can we help?" "Simple. We'll go talk to her and have her tell us everything about Scott. From there, we can determine if he's the right call for her. If he's a jerk, we'll tell him to drop him like a moldy apple core." Did you need to add the apple part in there? "Are you sure this is a good idea?" "I mean, shouldn't we be we shouldn't be interfering with Sweetie Belle's love life, you know." "We're not interfering," said Applemoon. "We're helping her. Seeing if this pony isn't gonna hurt our friend. Who knows? Maybe we'll get our cutie marks out of it." I still don't know what that is. "Cutie mark Crusaders love doctors?" questioned Schooler as a smile came across her face. "Not sure what kind of cutie mark that would be, but heck, anything's better than nothing. Count me in." With that, the two friends gave each other a high five. Schooler went inside her house, put the sweetheart on the table, left with Applemoon to the Carousel Boutique. As they did, they both had smiles across their faces, knowing they were going to do anything they could to help their friend. Alright, that's the end of chapter 10. I did go through that kind of fast because I'm trying to get this done before 12, because I'm trying to get sleep, because I'm trying to pass school, okay? And, oh, one last thing before we, end this video here. We all need to have a moment of silence for my Chromebook's webcam, as it's dead. It died. Yes, currently, I have to use my parents' computer for this stuff until I can get the money to get my own or replace the camera on the Chromebook. So yeah. Yeah. If you like the video, go subscribe. If you like the story, give it a like and subscribe. And basically, yeah, this Finway Productions signing out.